Make it, I swear. Whoa. Oh, hi. I'm just on my way back from last night's One Voice Awards. It was an extraordinary evening. But the big news, I'm still on a bit of a high. The big news is that I'm no longer just an award-nominated voice artist. I'm an award-winning voice artist. Just saying that feels a bit wrong, so I don't think there's any danger it's going to go to my head. Get out of the way! Don't you know who I am? Back down to earth. Normality resumes. But before I crack on with recording my next job that's pretty likely to win an award, I'll quickly tell you what happened. Now, first off, because Kimberly Parker couldn't make it, Hugh Edwards asked me to be voice of God for the awards. Some might think it was just a chance to make me look stupid during the intro, singing 80s cock rock at the wrong tempo, in the wrong key, starting at the wrong moment, but can you imagine me ever looking stupid? Thank goodness I'd already had a pint, a couple of double bourbons, and demolished most of a bottle of red, none of which was a bad idea. Now, once we got through some of the categories I wasn't nominated in, and I could tell the crowd was getting restless while waiting for the stuff that really mattered, the first of my award categories came up. I had the honour of reading out my own nomination and some other names, and surprise, surprise, the judges had chosen someone else. Michael Ashtiani. Ashtiani? I'll edit that later seamlessly so it doesn't look like I hate him. The same with the second nomination, where they chose Shelley Anthony as volunteered to sing It's Raining Men, Atten, just because she's got a relatable voice and a natural delivery to die for. It's disgusting. Now, you might have forgotten. Of course you hadn't. But I was nominated for 4 awards. 4. Next up was radio commercials, and this time our host Peter Dixon opened the envelope and announced my name. It was unexpected, to say the least. People were polite enough to clap. There was a standing ovation, where I thought it was, until someone pointed out that they'd been sitting there by this point for about 3 hours. So it was just a leg stretch for cramp, which is why what I thought was also a chant of Anthony was actually agony, agony. Some people stood on chairs, presumably for a better view if I fell over in the dark. But anyway, I got up there, said some words. Peter gave me a hug and whispered in my ear that I should really have had the X Factor jobs and all his other jobs because I'm better at live event announcing. And then I left the stage, headed to the back, and nearly nobody tried to trip me over. Ridiculously, I then won for Best TV Documentary, which was announced with the more familiar sounding Anthony Bloody Hewson. And the rest of the evening passed as a blur of wine and revelry, and out in the gardens there were rabbits and squirrels and ducks with their brood of ducklings all gathered on the grass to hear tell of my incredible, but inevitable and entirely deserved victories.